great to have you with us from Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. Bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Straight ahead, it's Cobb. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff again. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Brown will throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Did the work himself. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And this is exactly what happens when you don't keep a fast quarterback in the pocket. Man, you got to keep him inside that tackle box. Don't let him dance. Don't rush upfield.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense in a bunch formation. Snap on first down, wants to throw. In traffic, it's English. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Coastal. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Extra point here will tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the return, it's Richardson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got a little space. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here. on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. I really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Brown wants to pass. Going long. Picked off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over and they'll go to work from here. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's take a step back, talk big picture Coastal Carolina. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the shot to clear is Will snap it on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. They're all over it. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Quarterback couldn't quite make the connection on the last play. That brings up 3rd down. He tries to take the top off. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
You got to give him room and let him catch the football. And if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. They'll run it. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Extending the play. Got out of trouble and throws. Left side is English. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. They'll go back to the ground. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Takes the easy completion. Good, strong tackle.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth.
Well, we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to establish the run. He's past the marker. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Tells the run. Wants to pass. Rifles it down the middle. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Long way to go on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They'll send the back in motion. Sets his feet, it's Barber. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
The shot that clears, send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. So here comes the Auburn offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
Offense at an empty set. Drops back on first down. Rolls right. Throwing on the run. Pulls it in down the sideline.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the shot that clears will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Trying to do it himself. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can...
Touchdown, shot to clear. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The give. Got the first down. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
He stopped.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Brown will throw it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception. From the gun, the ground game. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Buying time to his right. Right side, it's Johnson. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Stepping to the right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's the Cavaliers in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings and very much in the playoff mix. This team is closing in on 12-0. Talk about a special season.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Moving the pocket, it's Barber.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Hand off from the shotgun. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Looking for the marker. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking for room straight ahead. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The shot that clears. Kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Barber. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Flips it out in the flat. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
A really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first and now forcing a 4th down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a 1st down and he gets you another 1st down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Running inside. It's Cobb. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Brown wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for running room. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Racing to the right. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board. Oh, man, the defense has just turned this game upside down with that score.
Dude, just take matters into your own hands. Like, I'll take care of this. I'm not even going to take this. I'm going to score points. I'm going to try to go ahead and ice this game away. Defense is still going to have to come back on the field, but unbelievable job just taking matters into its own hands.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. And after that gargantuan fourth down stop, now a chance to put together a game-winning drive here. Gets it to the back. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And the shot to clears want to crank the tempo. From the gun, running back on the move. Jumped on top of the pile.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Working the ground game. Crosses the 45. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the shot to clears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hits inside, it's Edwards. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
He's got it. First down and more.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Right back to the well. There he goes. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Rush is on. He's on the move. and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because the speed on defense.
Snaps on 4th down. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead. So the extra point really doesn't do much for you. Might as well try to make the lead a field goal, but be careful that you don't get the thing returned for a defensive two-pointer. He'll be stopped short. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Brown will throw it. Under pressure. Chase to the right. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Nimrod. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Looking down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with the W.
Takes a hit as he fires. He's got an open man. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. We are getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Happy holidays and welcome to the Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by EA Sports. I'm Chris Fowler inside the Tiburon Theater. We're so proud every year to be able to bring you Heisman Trophy night, the most impactful.
Glad to have you with us from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Bright lights, big city, and see which of these teams will be able to set their soul on fire in the Las Vegas Bowl. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Aztec head coach before the game. As you know, the Pac-12 has trying to rebuild and reload and get back to a conference of dominance in college football. So this game has even more importance here today. They cannot afford to lose to a Power 4 school. They've got to show that they are still a conference of significance here in college football, and that will be played out on the field today. Guys?
All right, Holly. So Coastal Carolina's offense comes onto the field first today. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick give. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4. All right, guys, let's talk a little Coastal Carolina. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. Three-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The shot that clears go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back to throw, it's Barber. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the shot to clear has come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Coastal! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really paid.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Got it in the middle. It's English. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Lost the throw on 1st. He'll loft one deep down the left side. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll run it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, and he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught, and he's got room.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Move to his right. He'll try to do it himself. They get him out of bounds right at the the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. The shot that clears line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driven back.
What a great job by the defense understanding where they're on the field. Listen, the wide side of the field this way. They're going to try to run that sweep, identifying it, flying like madmen to the football. Just understanding speed and space. I got to be ready for that, and they were.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to get the corner. Now the pitch. Touchdown, shot to clear. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Back to throw, it's Barber. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Hauls it in.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Escapes the pressure going right. Snags it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Chanticleers have this offense rolling. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chance, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Chanticleers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This time they'll throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Send the tight end in motion. Push is ahead. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. And the Chanticleers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Washington. He's dropped.
And this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position of the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Drops back, it's Barber. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's pulled down after a tough one, gets it to the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And they've got the lead. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
It has been quite a season. Thanks for...